Asians talk sports.
What's up, guys? Welcome to podcast number 16. Today is June 27th. You know where we're at. Fall Labs, downtown Rogers. I'm Andy Liu.
Sam Mack.
And this is Two Asians
Talk Sports.
We got the Hogs playing right now. You guys see it in the screen.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Omahags going. They're up 1-0 in the series.
Mm-hmm. Game's tied right now.
Game's tied. I think we're making some noise right now. I think we got 2 on, 1 out.
Yeah.
Got a lot of friends in Omaha, seeing it all over Facebook. So
yeah.
Really jealous of everybody there. Everybody have a good time.
Hopefully they close it out.
Yeah. Last night's game, they were down
1-0.
Down 1-0
in the fifth.
And then the guy just started having control problems.
Yeah, and the error in the field. And
started walking people.
Yeah.
I think he had some hit batters.
Hit
He was in control up to that point. But I think the history on him is that he's always kind of had some issues on the big stage.
Mm-hmm.
Again, repping Hogs. You guys can't see Chung. He's got Hogs on. I got Sueyville Slugger on.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're all waiting. So
once win tonight.
Yeah, once the podcast is over, stay on. We're still gonna be watching the game. So definitely, don't leave.
Yeah, definitely. All right, drop you in. It's the Mac fact. On this day, 30 years ago, it was like changing of the guard. It was this young guy, a young heavyweight boxer named Mike Tyson. He knocked out a guy that was going into retiring, Michael Spinks, who was retiring soon after that. He knocked him out in Atlantic City on this day 30 years ago.
Atlantic City.
Man.
Is that what propelled Mike Tyson's career?
Yeah, some would say, because after, really, that was like, then it was Iron Mike after that,
Ooh, Iron Mike.
We spoke about it with Straight Right Boxing.
Straight Right.
Jim. Michael Spinks, he walked in like, oh man, what did I get myself into? Let me collect this check and just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And boom, hit him with the 2-piece, right?
Yeah, it was first round knockout. I
love those. Those are the type of fights I like to watch.
Those are the type of fights I hate paying to watch.
Yeah, you have to pay it as a viewer, but man, it's just so exciting when you get that first round TKO, But hey, thank you for the Mac fact.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna kind of continue on with some more baseball since we're kind of in the groove with the Hogs.
Mm-hmm.
Former Hog Dallas Keuchel, man, I know I blast him a lot. He's not in my bad list yet, but man, he got lit up today by Toronto, first inning, 5 runs, and I think that's been a reoccurring theme this year for him. Again.
It's been a tough year. It's been a tough year for him.
Yeah, I think ever since his Cy Young, there's definitely been some huge regression. So,
yeah,
see what happens with that.
I don't know how. I'm no baseball. Pitching technique. I don't know what's wrong with his delivery. People reading his pitch.
It could be a combination.
Pitches. I don't know. Or just people just.
Yeah, or just not doing what it used to do. He's with age. I think it's only been 2 years, but. This guy kind of jumped onto the map, so, it could just be one of those, I don't want to call him this, but, one-hit wonder, where, he has a great season, and then after that, he regresses back to where his numbers should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of pitcher, got to talk about Ohtani. There was an article that came out this week, kind of what they should do with Ohtani.
Yep, yeah.
A lot of different options. Should they, they gave him the injection, the plasma injection, and they got to give it time to heal. But, do they make him come back this year? Do they have Tommy John?
Yeah.
Do they change him to a fielder as he rehabs from Tommy John? There's just so many things out there.
What would you do?
Man, I would do...
Well, one thing's for sure, he's not pitching till 2020.
Yeah, he's not pitching
at all, period.
Yeah.
Period. There's no option on that right there. He's not pitching till 2020, so...
So would you lose him as a batter and a pitcher and get his surgery done immediately?
Well, but the thing is, if he has a surgery, he can still come back as a batter because swinging that bat doesn't put that much stress on his UCL. So I don't see why not. I mean, you paid this guy, use him, right? I mean, that's what you're paying this guy for.
Yeah.
Go ahead and use him.
You didn't pay him to have him on the bench.
Yeah.
And from the get-go, supposedly he was a two-way player, and if this injury doesn't compromise his batting, I say you use him.
Yeah, use him. I mean? The thing is, like, they'll have to give him a position, though. That's going to be the biggest part is they have to give him a position. And it's most likely, I think they said it's probably going to be in the outfield.
What, left field?
Yeah. But the thing is...
How strong is his arm?
Well, I don't know. I don't think they want to test it.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to test it right now.
Oh, man, that's right.
So they're going to put him... I think initially they're going to put him at first base.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, but the thing is, Pujols can't, you know... What is he going to go?
DH.
He's going to DH, but you're going to have to kind of rotate that.
Yeah. He can't play. He's not your everyday
he can't
person.
give you 100, and he can't even give you 100 games at first base. So
No.
And if they want both bats in there, that's why they need him to go into the field. But the talks about that is he can still have that Tommy John. Because the thing is, they're really not going to know on his Tommy John until next spring training. That is the deadline that I'm hearing, is that they're going to let him go all out next spring training, see what it does, and then kind of reevaluate from there. So, I mean, that's why it's 2020. Like, you could lose him for a long time here. It's unfortunate, but you could lose him for a long time here.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. Yeah.
Our baseball player's so soft. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so, you know, it's, I don't know, man. Tony's my boy, a lot of hype. I believe him. He's been coming through, so,
if he just sticks as a batter, you know, he can focus in on.
Yeah,
you know?
you may have to switch him out. I mean, but the thing is, you know, is he still that valuable as just a batter to you? I mean, this dude can hit, right? He can hit, but he's just positionless. Kind of like a lot of the prospects that come through the minor leagues, is that they're just positionless, you know?
Yeah, they don't really. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, moving on.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Let's do some world. So you have to do Keiko?
No, we're gonna do the Keiko. So, yeah, we're going into World Cup updates. Had a few matches.
Yeah. Particularly today.
Yeah, a few matches finished up today.
Why don't you start off with...
Razorback just scored. Razorback scored. 1-0.
1-0.
1-0.
Why don't you start off with the losers corner?
Yeah. So
okay.
New part of the show. Losers corner. Germany.
Yeah.
What on earth happened? I think they didn't even qualify. One of the first teams to. Well, they're not one of the first, but
they automatically qualify as a defending champ.
Yeah, they automatically qualify as a defending champ, and of all the games that they played, they just look very uninterested. They don't have the chemistry down.
Yeah, it's just like.
Yeah, and I watched all those games. I watched that Mexico game, and Mexico got them, right? And then we were at City Pump watching the Sweden game. And if it wasn't for Cross, if it wasn't for Cross on that brilliant kick, Cruz. Oh, Cruz, my bad. If it wasn't for Cruz on that brilliant free kick, they would have been tied. They would have had no chance.
Yep.
All right. And then today, they got beat by South Korea, and I said South Korea's not even gonna score.
Yeah, no.
And they gave up two. Like one was like empty netter, so it didn't really count.
Yeah, the game was scoreless going into like.
But there was no urgency. That's the thing. Like whenever like for them, they had to win, and then they were in.
Yeah. No. They needed Mexico to lose.
Yeah, Mexico was down.
Was losing like 2-0 at the time or something. And it became 3-0. I mean, it
was set up for them.
Yeah, it was set up, and they couldn't get one in.
No, there was no urgency. They didn't get close. Like what, 2 games ago, whenever Brazil had their backs against the wall, they scored 2 in the 90th minute. Yeah. Well, it was like 90th and then like 97th minute.
For real?
Yeah, right? They got 2. Like, that's urgency.
Yeah.
There was no urgency coming from Germany. Like, they were just, sleepwalking into all the matches.
Well, World Cup is like such a once in a million. It's like hitting the lottery, winning that thing.
It is.
So, I mean, maybe some of those guys felt like they already hit the lottery and they didn't need to.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like if you're a competitor and you can't get up on the biggest stage when the whole world is watching, you need to get out.
Thing is, though,
where's your juice at? Where's that competitive juice?
Thing is, defending champs not making it past group stage has happened 3 times in a row now. I'm saying, like I said, Italy, the champs of 06, didn't come out of group stage in 2010. Spain, that won in 2010, didn't get out of group stage in 2014.
So do you think
and
it's
now,
just like
same thing? It's 3 in a row. It's like the Madden curse.
Do you think it's just like a prolonged hangover? I mean, like it's not like you come back next year and you have this hangover. It's 4 years.
Well, they have a national team that they do every single year, and they have the Copa America.
But for Germany, they play in the European Cup.
Yeah,
it was last
so
played.
They're still getting that World Cup feel.
Sort of, but
it's still international play.
Oh yeah. They play internationally. Players play internationally during the summer all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Just sometimes people don't have it, and they didn't have it. Mexico had a big letdown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thing is, I think the coach, I don't know if you in Spanish they call it the national team. They don't call them the national team. They call them la selección.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because these players are selected, handpicked by like the coach or whatever. You know what I mean? So the coach. What's that?
What's up, Michael?
So the coach is picking these players, and he picked a lot of players that were on 2014s because he felt he probably felt obligated to pick them because
they won.
Yeah, because they won.
So they could have had a better team.
Oh yeah. They left some guy that I really like, but he's pretty young.
So in the losers corner.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What's your final word on Germany?
Yeah, you just change the whole team out, man. I feel like if you don't, like seriously, like it's the big stage, and if you can't even like put together a complete game, that's the biggest thing. Is like you haven't put together not even a complete game, just a complete 2 halves. Like
consecutive.
Yeah, like,
well,
and I think they were huge favorites in all those games. But yeah.
Yeah.
So some other stuff that happened. Argentina and Mexico backed into the round of 16. They backed in, right? Like basically they got.
Yeah.
They backed in. There's no other word for that. So with those 2 teams, what are you guys' predictions for what happens to them in this next round?
Who's Argentina playing?
France. France is loaded.
They seem to be the strongest team.
With Mbappe.
But France haven't been looking good.
Yeah, they haven't looked good.
But they got a squad. They're deeper than Argentina. You know what I mean? But
so now there's no draws.
But Argentina has LeBron.
LeBron. Well, I mean, he showed up. He finally showed up. Messi finally showed up.
I don't know, man. That run that he made. Mm-hmm. But see, the thing is,
I mean, it could be something that sparks it up.
Yeah. But
he has some great passes in that game.
But he couldn't have done that if he didn't get that pass, though.
Yeah.
So you need teammates too,
Well, soccer is the one sport where I think they get too much praise and too much of the blame when it is a true team. I mean, you need everybody on your team.
Yeah, I mean, like they just blame the star.
Every game is a little bit of luck.
Yeah, the ball has to find you.
Yeah.
The ball does have to find you.
And you know what? And you can do everything right with the pass, but still you still got to execute the kick.
Michael with the hot notes.
Yeah. Uruguay, man.
We were talking about them before.
Yeah, Uruguay looking good, man. I said
they're playing Russia, right?
They played Russia and they smashed them.
Oh wait,
yeah.
Oh, they're playing against Portugal.
Yeah.
That's the next one.
That's for the next.
And I had told you what about them. I said they don't even play baseball then.
Yeah.
This is all they do.
Yeah, Uruguay, man. That country is about 3.5 million people, and you know what I mean.
Back facts.
3.5. I mean, since Iceland's out now.
Yeah.
They're the smallest nation, I believe.
Yeah, I would love to see.
You know what I mean?
Senegal got
No, I think they're still in, but I think Senegal has more people. I think a little bit. Yeah. Somebody. I need to. Here, take a look on that.
So, with that Portugal game coming up, being against Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Where do you see? Is Ronaldo going to be the LeBron that everybody thinks? Because like I said, Messi would be a Curry and LeBron would be, I think Ronaldo would be a LeBron, right?
Yeah.
In this world of soccer. Does he come through? Is he going to put this team on his back, get another 3 goals? He missed that kick.
Could. But Uruguay's got some players themselves, man.
They got Cerise, right?
Give me a percentage.
Suarez and Cavani.
Suarez.
Luis Suarez.
We use the pronunciation.
Yeah. They got some players too, though. You know what I mean? So.
I mean, they look good.
Well, give me your percentage.
I'd say about 60-40. Uruguay.
Oh, really? So you think Portugal's the underdog?
They're pretty even, I'd say, but
man,
yeah, I mean they're pretty, but I'm kind of leaning towards Uruguay. You know what I mean?
Uruguay look good.
Yeah, man.
Right? They look good. Don't get me wrong. They look good, but you still have Ronaldo.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
and Ronaldo single-handedly beat Spain. Yeah. Okay,
well, they tied.
Give him the lead, and he tied it, right? Mm-hmm. So, at best, I would give this as a coin flip.
Yeah. I don't like the goalie from Argentina, and I don't like the goalie from Portugal at all. I think they're terrible. Like, when you watch the games and they're just goal play, they do some stupid stuff. I mean, even Argentina's goalie just, like, basically rolled it to the defensive, to the offensive.
Yeah, that was dumb.
What was that?
Yeah.
What was that?
What was his head?
No.
And you said in the biggest stage. You don't want that guy.
If that cost them, like, getting bumped in group play, oh, man, he'd have to answer it to the media.
I mean, they were on the brink. I mean, like, Argentina hasn't really put together, like, a solid game. So, like, I don't have high hopes for them, like, regardless of their goalie play. Like,
does that make them more dangerous? Because now they're back into a corner and they have to play hard.
I'm still picking them to win it all, man.
Really?
My original pick.
Yeah,
I'm sticking with it, man.
Yeah, I think this next one they'll be done.
Yeah.
So
France is tough, man.
So you got France and then Russia's the pretenders, right?
Oh man.
Oh yeah, Russia's big.
Because that was Andy's team, remember?
Oh yeah, I mean, who are they playing?
Spain.
And you were like, yo.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? I might give that one a coin flip too, because Spain hasn't looked dominant yet for being such a big favorite in this tournament. They haven't looked good. I mean, like they trailed. Who did they trail?
Portugal?
No, Iran. Right? Was that their last? No.
Morocco.
Morocco.
Yeah,
they trailed Morocco 1-0. They should never be trailing in those games.
Well,
thing is, Iran. And they almost, I mean, he was like a couple feet away from knocking Portugal out, you know what I mean? And winning the group.
Well, no. Oh, yeah, but
it's really interesting with those multiple games and matches played. Because, even for casual fans, it's exciting. I mean, you can fall asleep during the match at some points. Because it's soccer. But
how do they draw these groups? How do they?
They get draws. I mean, like before, the thing
it's just like they pick it out a hat?
Yeah,
that's
see.
the official take on it.
Huh? What's that?
Oh, that's the official.
That's the official take. What really happens is the representative.
Who pays more money?
They pay, and they slide them a nice big fat envelope and say, "We like to be in Group D."
Like a Chinese red envelope? Be like, hey, by the way, here you go, take care of me.
See, really? Yeah. I mean, somebody's getting paid somewhere, but how these countries kind of land is like, if you take a look at it.
So hold it to the camera.
Oh yeah. See. There's always like two powerhouses and two weak teams. They're in two separate pools. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
So you draw powerhouse, you draw weak.
Yeah. That's how it happens. Yeah.
Well, I mean that would make sense because
FIFA defined who's a powerhouse by how they played. They got their polls, kind of like college sports. You know what I'm saying? They got their polls.
There's probably bribes in that too.
Oh yeah.
Well,
of course.
Refs are getting paid.
Are getting paid. What that one guy? What about boxing?
I think tennis is more because you can just pay the player and you don't know when he's gonna or how much he's taking off of the ball or just
point shaving.
It's like
they can keep it so close.
He's in control of everything.
Yes. So tennis is like the most corrupt sport there is. People wouldn't think that off the top of their head, And you could say that with golf, except golf is based on integrity. It's one of the only sports. Like baseball is based on cheating.
PEDs.
You're taught to steal bases, steal signs. But you don't see the money get tossed around. You bet on the scores.
Yeah.
So someone can get an extra strike.
See, the thing is, unless you're pitching as a starter there,
it's difficult.
It's difficult to, you know what I mean?
That's why tennis is the most corrupt sport. You want that Nike contract? We need you to lose to Serena. That's just really what it is.
It could happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, go ahead.
With that, Sam has made his prediction for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
He jumped the gun.
Until something happens, Argentina.
Yeah. And who are you crying for?
I'm not crying
He's
for.
crying for Argentina.
Hey, can I pick a few? Can I pick a few? Can I pick
Well,
a
no,
few?
you can pick one.
One, man.
You get
Alright,
one.
man.
There's only one winner.
All right.
It's not a participation trophy given away.
Man, like I wish.
Yeah, this ain't no split
I wish
national
I wish,
title.
I
you know
wish,
what I'm saying?
I wish I can get the rest of the road map to see who has the easiest road.
That's not the way to pick.
All right, man. You know what?
Pick with your heart.
I like Belgium. Belgium has.
Oh
has-
yeah,
He
yeah.
likes the waffles.
Oh.
They look dominant. You know, like
Yeah.
I think
They
that
still-
team
they
and
still have-
England has put together.
England's my squad.
The thing is, they
Wait,
play.
is England your squad?
They play
Or do you like
tomorrow.
the Harry Kane show?
Well, I like the Harry Kane show, of course.
Because he
That's my
scores.
starter.
Because he scores.
Dude, he scores a lot. He scores a lot.
He
No
scores
pun
on
intended.
and off the field.
Yeah, no
You
pun
know?
intended.
So he's hilarious though because I told you guys the first week we talked World Cup 2 weeks before it started.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, look, England has, this guy who has scored all 5 of their goals, basically, right? He
Yeah.
either assisted or scored on all 5, and he's still repeating that. And sometimes a player steps into a situation, and for some reason everything just goes right for them.
Yeah.
And England seems to have that magic this year. There's always someone like Germany had that magic last World Cup.
Hey, what
You know,
about-
there were no names really. There weren't anybody spectacular.
Yeah.
They had one major player on the team, and everything continued to go right for them. You know.
What about Lukaku?
Lukaku, that's a belt. Yeah, man, he's a big time scorer.
I think him, Ronaldo, and Harry Kane are tied for the most goals right now.
Yeah.
Or right around there. I'm for sure they're top
But
3.
like I said, they have one guy. You know, and sometimes he just don't have the magic that year. Harry has the magic.
Harry Kane always has the magic.
You know,
Yeah.
he visited with Potter. You know, and he got a little, what is it, Wingardium Levioso? When he got his light feet, and he's ready to go, man. So I think England looks a lot stronger. Everybody wants to count them out because they're the rebel rousers.
England actually has a really good team this year. Like past years, man, they got so much hype for like just so teams. They're actually good this year.
Everybody wanted to bend it like Beckham.
So they haven't played yet, right?
No,
this is the next match for them, right?
Tomorrow. They'll play Belgium, but Belgium's probably gonna rest a couple guys.
Yeah, I mean, like why show them all the moves?
It's an easy way in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
They're both in basically.
Yeah,
I mean, like
they're gonna play like across from them, either Colombia, Senegal, or Japan, or that's who they're gonna play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What about the Japan team? They showed a lot of heart.
Yeah, big surprise. I was completely wrong. Made it right here. Mm-hmm. I didn't think they were gonna score, but I mean, dude, they're leading the group H.
Yeah, they're on top of it, but
That's the only way
some
Mexico
things
made it
to
out the round was with their goal differential.
who?
Right?
Mexico?
Yeah, because they had that loss and they would have moved to the bottom of the pack.
The thing is, Mexico was in danger of not even making it. You know what I'm saying?
With 2 W's.
Yeah.
2 W's.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So that group
Could have been.
looked like it was the strongest group.
Yeah.
Because everybody was like, you know what I mean? Like it was a strong group. All right.
Korea to win that match.
Yeah.
With the World Cup updates and all the fun that we've been having, why don't we move over to the
Game changers.
your game changers.
Yeah, so Sam and I are going to go through our top 5 game changers. So I am doing past, retired guys, and Sam's going to go current.
Mm-hmm.
So Sam, give us your number 5.
Tyreek Hill, man.
Tyreek
mhm.
Hill.
Yeah, man, he's fast, man. I mean,
Dude,
like, if he
speed.
touches the ball, he's a threat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of speed. A lot of speed on that.
Oh yeah, see, man, it's just, yeah, it's just speed. If he holds on to the ball, you know what I mean?
But the dude's outrunning the ball. I mean, just can't get the ball to him.
Just don't overthrow him.
You can't. I don't think you can overthrow Tyreek Hill.
Just
All you
saying
can
that.
do is underthrow him, and
And
the
hope
thing
he
is,
catches,
like
and-
the thing
and-
is,
and
like
hope he
you know,
catches
like
it.
in Madden where they have the arrow, they're like bloop, right?
Yeah.
But he's still outrunning that bloop, you know. So you got to really get it to him. You got to make some adjustments, and Mahomes is gonna have a
Gonna
have
have
a
some
hell of a
timing.
time.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a hell of a time. Like I'm very excited just to see what Mahomes can do. I mean, like you're talking about like gunslinger, you're talking about speed, perfect combination.
Mm-hmm.
They just have to connect, right?
Yep.
So for me, game changer, I'm gonna go with the 2016 Indians bullpen.
Okay.
Like the whole squad back there, Shaw, Miller, whoever else they had. But you know, pretty much they came in, and the thing is, you know, Francona used them early. You know, if pitcher was in trouble, he didn't mind going to the bullpen in the 4th or 5th because it was that good. You talk about shutdown. Sometimes people just have the setup guy that's a shutdown guy, and then they have the closer. But they had Andrew Miller. Andrew Miller could give you 3 innings.
Yeah.
Give you 3 innings of just shutout baseball, and then boom, you have your setup guy, and you have your closer, and that's 5 innings right there. You only need to start to go 4, and with the rotation they had, lights out.
Yep.
I disagree.
Disagree.
Pitching's all based on luck. No, I'm kidding.
It's all based on feel, man. If guys ain't feeling it, man, they are all over
Depends
the place.
if they have like blisters on their hand and how much pine tar they have on their hands. Right?
See that I was watching the other day, just kind of like to watch YouTube videos, was like top 10 cheaters who got caught in sports, and then they showed Pineda with the neck pine tar.
No, the worst one, Buckholz.
Like Buckholz?
Yeah, that's your guy,
Pineda
man.
was trying to match the pine tar to his skin color. Like that, you know what I mean? That was hilarious. And he put too much extra up here. You know, umpire comes up, rubs his neck, was like,
you're out.
And he just got kicked out like 2 weeks before.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Dummy.
Hey, you
now
know
he's
what
got
they
a history. Now
Hey, you know
he's
what
got
they
a
say?
history.
If you ain't cheating,
You ain't trying hard enough.
Baseball, though. We just said that. We said baseball is based off cheating.
Hey man, I don't know. I'll question that. I mean, look at the NFL guys. Getting PED suspensions. They cheating too.
Yeah.
And, in football though, it's not the same as in baseball because in football these guys are they're collision-based sports, right? So with football, when a guy takes PEDs, it's almost like he's keeping up with everyone else. And a lot of times they get caught taking PEDs coming off injuries.
Yeah.
They don't get caught taking PEDs. It's coming to rehab so they can get back to where they were. And at that point, nobody really cares in the NFL because everybody should be roided out. We want them to be superhuman.
No, I don't want people's heads coming off.
You're like, what's it, Blitz?
But they explode.
I know.
Yeah, I don't want
see
people's
all
heads.
that,
I
man.
mean, these guys are scary fast enough. I mean, you have like 2 guys going at each other, man. Like, dude, like it's just.
It's more accepted in the NFL.
Yeah.
Performance enhancers. Trying to get HGH and deer hormones and this is all, go read the article.
Yeah.
It sounded a little off and crazy. This is all real stuff.
No, it's real stuff.
Yeah.
It's all real stuff.
I'm not down.
When you compare, it's like if you saw an NBA player put on 20 pounds of muscle and then was jumping an extra 6 inches, you'd be like, yo, he's on something. In the NFL, you can't really tell. They're covered up by pads. It's all about the shield. It's not really about the player. It's always next man up. So I don't blame these guys for looking for an edge. Just a personal opinion.
Yeah.
Just a personal opinion.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, think about it. In the NFL, when somebody gets busted, suspended for PEDs, he's not really like in baseball. Oh, he's a cheater. In football, just okay. Yeah, in baseball, I mean, football, he's suspended for what, like 5 games, and he comes back, and everybody's.
I feel like they go harder on the marijuana bus than they do for PEDs. Yeah. I mean,
it don't make no sense.
I know.
It don't make no sense. Well, a lot of the world don't make sense though.
Well, I mean, it's just like how like a guy just trying to make a living selling drugs gets a lighter sense than the guy that kills somebody, But hey, that's a whole different topic.
Well, but that's not your fault because it's just like real quick. All right, you guys are drinking beer and alcohol right now, right? If somebody goes and does something stupid because they drank too much alcohol's not the problem. It's the person that's doing it or the reaction that they have in their body. So when people want to crap on, the way I look at it, you can't tell anyone what to do or what, you can't because it's a slippery slope. It's like you want to say you have the right to own a gun.
It's like guns kill people. No, people kill people. But hey, again,
we know guns and bullets kill people, but it's the person that's holding that weapon.
Yep.
What's in their mind. You can't control what's in someone's mind.
It's their responsibility.
You can't litigate
liberties, man.
Yeah. You just can't litigate morality. You know what I'm saying? You can't litigate morality, and the deeper we get into that, the more we're setting ourselves up, for less freedom.
Yep, I agree.
So that's a slippery slope. So we're conditioned to say drugs are bad, yet it's people who do things on drugs that are bad.
Yeah.
If they overindulge, if they
OD.
But we know there's medical benefits to a lot. That's why the opioids are out there because there's medical benefits to them.
Hey, that's why the big 3 league said marijuana is okay.
Are we turning this into a libertarian?
No, just real quick.
Because I can do a spin-off podcast with that.
I would love
Hey, Megan says we're dropping bombs. Yep, we are. We're dropping bombs.
What's up, Megan?
Truth bombs.
Truth bombs and love nuggets.
I know.
I know Megan.
All right, so who's your number 4 on your game changers?
Man, if he plays again, Josh Gordon. Man.
Oh no, he's playing.
He's gonna play. No, he's active. I guess he's on the active, but he hasn't played in a while.
He's gonna play.
He's gonna play this season.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm hoping.
He's gonna shake off that rust a little bit.
That's why I put him on the. He's gonna play too, but he hasn't played in a while.
Then maybe I should put him on my list.
No, he just hasn't played in a while, but he's coming back. But.
And we know how much Andy loves the Brown. That when we buy Madden this year and have our tournament, he's gonna be the Brown.
Baker Mayfield was gonna be like 76. Yeah.
They got 3 quarter. They got Deshaun Kaiser, who's still a good prospect.
Yeah.
You know, they got Tyrod Taylor, who I've always liked, and then they have.
I mean, he's serviceable.
Bro, he got the Bills to the playoffs.
Yeah.
His interception to turnover rate.
He's like an EJ Manuel to me. He's like an EJ Manuel, which
No.
is the guy that backed. Oh yes.
No.
Oh yeah.
Tyrod can sling that ball.
He's good. Yeah, he's good. I like him.
No man, like
You're just an NBA guy.
no man, Tyrod, get rid of him.
You gotta watch him, man. He's actually a really good quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, like
I think there was one season like it was like no, not last season, the season before that. Put up respectable numbers, right? But the thing is like how I look at it is you either have it or you don't. I mean, you can put up great numbers, but at the end of the day, like, your team doesn't want you. Buffalo had him, didn't want him. That tells me, hey, this guy can't take us into the next system.
He doesn't fit their system.
Hey man, maybe the backups can't be starter quality too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, either you have it or you don't, man. You gotta have. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Jeez,
oh man, I don't know.
Okay,
he's all or nothing type of guy. You know what I'm saying?
You play in Buffalo. Your scheme cannot be air it out. Your scheme has to be ground and pound, just weather based. Eight games.
Well, they got McCoy.
Exactly. So Tyrod is not, and then the receivers they put around him. Sammy Watkins never played. They traded Robert Woods, who was basically a Pro Bowl quality receiver in the Rams.
Yep.
Okay. They take away his options. He's throwing to no one. Then they bench him. They put Nick, whatever his name was, in there. Throws 5 interceptions in 1 quarter. Okay, and you're gonna tell me Tyrod doesn't have it when he has like one of the best interception to touchdown ratios in the league? He has it. It's just
that's like game manager status.
That's what he is. But Alex Smith gets teams to the playoffs every year. Game manager.
But don't win.
That's not his fault. A lot of that scheme.
Yeah.
You can't put a whole win or loss on one player.
Well, it's just like like game managers will never be. Would they be considered, into like
We'll
Hall of
save
Fame
that for
conversation?
another day.
No, they're not.
I mean,
what's the
game
next
managers
right?
have a spot in the game for them. You know what I'm saying? There's a roster spot for them. You know what I mean?
Well, but the thing is, like he's not a game like Alex Smith, Tyrod Taylor.
When Tyrod can run 40 yards,
yeah, he's
because they over pursued on his own blitz, and he runs for 40 yards and changes the field. That's a game changer. That is somebody who's quality.
Hey, we'll debate that when NFL season comes around.
Well, here's your number 4. And who's your number 4?
My number 4, Revis Island. Talk about lockdown. I mean, you got to change up your whole game plan because, I mean, if this guy's on the left side of the field, you're not even throwing the ball there.
Yeah.
Like, how many times have we watched, games Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football? They're like, yeah, targets towards Revis, 0.
Yeah, those players, they're so hard to find. I mean, I mean, off the bat, I can name like him, like a Deion Sanders.
Yep,
You got Champ Bailey when he was in his prime.
Yep.
Those are like once every 8 years type players, man.
Yeah, you
They're
don't
so
get them.
rare. You know what I'm saying? The final
May I
shutdown.
chime in real quick about Revis? He's a game changer on 2 levels because he also used free agency to maximize his dollars by signing 1-year deals, not for the league minimum, for the quarterback average. So he'd get 10 million, 12 million. When he was in his prime, he was getting 19 million a year. Okay? So he changed the game. Instead of letting teams franchise him and go 4 years and 5 years and cut him 2 years
So he just didn't
before.
stick around it long enough for them to franchise him,
Exactly.
right?
He used 1-year deals to get maximum dollars out of each team. And and that makes him a game changer.
He's a smart guy. Yeah, it's a smart move.
You know what I mean? Because players like Le'Veon Bell,
Because they want that long-term deal. Everybody wants a long-term
deal with a big signing bonus.
But you know how it is. Anytime you go long-term anything, like your insurance company, right?
Yeah.
You usually get gypped, right?
No, it's insurance.
well, yeah, because insurance is money that you never get back, even if you don't have an accident. I want an insurance company that refunds me at least 50% of what I put down.
Yeah,
if I don't get in an accident.
I don't
know what I mean?
That's what Allstate does, right?
that $100 check.
Yeah.
That 1 month premium.
Yeah, we just we insure safer drivers or something. I don't know what they say.
So what do you have for your number 3 game changer? Remember, this is game changers in the game today.
Yeah, Antonio Brown, man.
Yes.
Antonio Brown, man. Yeah, he's. I mean, like, even when you think you got him covered for like a half,
he'll just break away.
He'll just touch the ball once. I mean, bam, touchdown.
He has more receptions than anybody in his, than anybody in his short time.
Yeah. And he's a small guy. He's a small guy.
Diminutive, yep.
And I think that's what like the NFL has changed into. Like before, you're talking big receivers, right? Randy Moss, tall guy, right? You have all these big receivers, and now all the ones that are like labeled great is like
Johnson's like the last of the big ones.
Yeah, Calvin, Megatron.
Yeah.
I would agree.
He's like the last of the big ones.
Man, he retired too soon, man. He still has some game in him.
Yeah, it seems to be a trend in Detroit.
Hey,
one of my favorite players of all time, man. One of my favorite players of all time.
That's a game changer.
Yeah, Barry Sanders, man. I know. I was thinking about it too, but
2016 bullpen. Barry Sanders should be.
Yeah, Barry Sanders. I mean, that's all respectable. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know.
And I want to thank everybody who's watching right now.
Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. We're getting a pretty good.
Give us some topics that you guys want to talk about in other shows.
Yep.
So, Antonio Brown. Is he the number 1 receiver, or would you rather have him or OBJ? Because they're both equal game changers.
Oh, AB,
man.
Is it the attitude and consistency, or is it just...
It's the attitude.
So, but gameplay on the field, would you say they're about equal?
No. I would still put AB.
I still like AB
ahead.
Okay.
The thing is, like, I can't take a guy seriously that gets hit by the field goal net. You know what I'm saying?
See, the thing is, attitude, I think, like, comes into play when you're playing, too. You know what I mean? It's a head game. A lot of it's all mental. You know?
Andy, you're number 3.
I got Mariano Rivera.
Crushed a lot of my dreams. I had a lot of sleepless nights against getting beat up on the Red Sox. Yeah, it was very sad. A lot of sad.
And you know what's crazy? Like this guy, like everybody you're talking about. Oh man, he's got a high heater. Or he's got 3 good pitches. He's got one pitch,
the cutter.
One pitch. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. Just like NASCAR, left turn. Cutter's coming.
Do you know the story of his cutter and how it developed?
I
don't know.
He developed it. I remember reading a story about it. I don't quite remember it.
It was post-surgery when he had that Tommy John. So post-surgery, he couldn't deliver a curve the way he could before. And once he healed up, he found that throwing the cutter, he had this weird ending to the cutter because nobody could ever, the way it would just drop off. He had nothing. Nobody has ever seen anything like it since. And so he was out there at batting practice just trying to get warmed up and stuff and pitching, And the coach comes over and he's talking to him about his pitch, and he's like, "This is what we need to work on."
Yeah.
And now look at him. He's probably the greatest closer in the history of Major League Baseball.
Absolutely.
So it's a pretty cool story. He came back from injury. That's always like inspiring to me. That it means you get knocked down, you come back,
reinvent yourself.
You're even better than you were.
See, like Rick and Kill.
Yeah, the thing is, with Mariano Rivera, he saved so many games, but there were 2 games in the playoffs that I think about, like, man, it's like one in '97. He gave a walk off to Sandy Alomar of the Indians. Sandy Alomar. He blew a save with him, and he had a walk off, and his blown save in Game 7 of the 2001 World Series against the Luis Gonzalez, I think was the
he also
hitter.
Blew, He also blew.
But everything in between.
Yeah.
It's great.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
He did blow those 2 Game 6 and 7s against the Red Sox in 2003 ALCS.
Yeah.
ALCS. Just saying. But in general.
But that's after 2001, where things kind of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's when it started to really change.
The Yankees were more fun when they became almost like lovable losers at the end. Like, when Derek was kind of past his prime. And they were just having fun.
They were all
they had all these farewell tours with
they were way more fun towards the end than they were when they were smashing the league.
Well, because nobody wants to go against the Bombers, right?
Right. Mr. Andy. Oh, sorry, Mr. Mac.
Huh.
Number dos.
Man, see.
The real GOAT?
Yeah. See, the thing is, Tom Brady is who I got there. Man,
TB3?
I mean, he's not a game breaker, but man, you never want to give him the ball. I mean, you got to build a big lead with him.
Yeah.
And keep that lead. I mean, if his team is down, if the Patriots, his team, is down within a touchdown, he's gonna find some way to get that touchdown.
Yeah, if you have over 50 seconds on the clock, that's too much time. Right? And you hear it all the time.
They can have 50 seconds and no timeout.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like it happens time and time again. It's just
we talk about this a lot. We talk about from college to professional, and what happens when they switch leagues is the talent drops off. You no longer can just be talented. You have to understand the ins and outs of the game.
Yeah.
And that's where his longevity has been in the ins and outs of the games. One game I saw 3 years ago was the opener against Buffalo Bills. And he threw for 500 yards in this game. And it was the third time he had thrown for 500 yards. It was the way he did it. It was like, it was limited, 18 for 19, 3 touchdowns, 500 yards. Like, the efficiency to be able to hit someone and be able to eat this defense up, to know where everyone's going to be, puts you on another level. And that's why they say the quarterback position is the most important position, because they can dictate so much on the field.
Yeah.
Because the defense is at a disadvantage always, not knowing what the offense wants. You can line up in the same formation in football and run 3, 4, 5 different plays out. Like, you run 100 plays out of that formation.
Yeah.
fun.
Got to talk about Andy's haircut?
No, I thought about Sam's.
Yeah, he had no longer hair back then.
So
he never got a cut. It just fell off that way.
Yeah. It fell off in South Beach. That's where the hair went.
Long sweaty nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man. So that's what makes him so special. You know, and it's a very, very rare air that he has moved into.
Oh, yeah, man. Not very many players.
No, and you know, so when people want to call Patriots cheaters, blah, 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 every football team cheats. They just got caught. Like, get over it. Your team cheats. The New York Jets tripping people on the sideline.
The funny thing is, I would have loved. The thing is, I think Roger Goodell did the right thing for the league. But he destroyed those tapes. I wanted to see what was on those tapes.
That's what I'm saying.
I wanted to
Tom
see
Brady, and my wife is Giselle. You know I got photos on my cell phone.
No, quick update. We're
You are not getting my cell phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You are not gonna. I'm gonna have some investigator go through my phone, all my texts, and send my naughty text to my hot smoking wife, out for newspaper ads and selling it and making. You know, you're not gonna paparazzi me with my own cell phone. I'm happy he broke it. I'm happy he got rid of it. I'm happy he smashed it into oblivion and said it got broken because that was none of their business.
It is.
You know, your conversations on your cell phone that you have away from the field. Who's the lead? They're not the FBI. Get the hell out of here.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, they try to investigate like they're the FBI.
That whole investigation was botched. We all know, if you have tires and you take them from a warm climate and you put them in a cold climate, what happens? They deflate. We know that. So you take nice warm balls, which sounds funny saying out loud, and you bring them out to a cold climate and leave them uncovered for 30 minutes. There's a chance they could lose pressure, especially if they were already near the limit.
The thing is, though, you know, I mean, that's your craft. You should know that and should adjust to it. You know what I mean? You should be, you know what I'm saying? If you've been playing that long, you should, you know what I'm saying? You should know.
And if anything, the science shows you that it wasn't good for Tom Brady that the ball was deflated. It's good for the running backs because it's harder to fumble. It's harder to throw a deflated ball than it is to throw a properly inflated ball. So Tom Brady's not the cheater. You know, he just took the blame. And that's why him and Bill Belichick, I think that was the beginning of their rift because Bill just threw him under the bus. You got to ask the quarterback about that. You know what I mean?
I think Bill rubs a lot of people the wrong way.
Bill, I love and hate him. And I will forever.
He never has much to say. He never has much to say. You know, I hate interviews when nobody says anything that's fun.
Popovich.
I hate those interviews. Why even watch the interview? Man, why even bring him on if he's gonna say like some cliche like
right?
I hate, man. I mean, you get me worked up on this, man.
We'll give you we'll do another segment for you called, you know, Mac Rants.
Yeah.
And then you can just go off the handle.
All right. Yeah. I hate boring interviews, man. Press conference. I want
you want it drama filled. You want it juicy.
I like fun interviews like Chad Ochocinco would get.
Well, not everybody has a personality.
Stuff like that.
Not everybody has a personality.
Sending Pepto-Bismol to the other team's quarterbacks has to be the greatest move in trash talk ever. I don't care what anybody says. He sent a box of Pepto-Bismol to the quarterbacks for this team. That he said, y'all gonna need this, gonna make you so sick. Are you kidding me? That is what we want. That.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Great character.
I hate boring
and
interviews.
you know what?
Good.
He was good. You know what? Like honestly, the best interviewers probably wide receivers. They are the drama queens.
Yeah.
NBA players, right?
Yeah. Because they get the ball all the time. I mean,
the spotlight.
It's impossible for like basketball players. I mean, stars to not get the ball. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like they're on the spot. You know what I mean?
Well, NBA is funny because you grow up and you're taller than everybody and you're lanky and you're weird. So you have to have a sense of humor about yourself, or you're gonna be a complete jerk. You know. So you have this weird sense of humor about yourself, and then you're making millions in the spotlight, and you're a weirdo because you've been weird your whole life. You know how many NBA like Klay Thompson cannot dance? You know what I'm saying? What is he doing? Did you see him hit the hookah? like Klay Thompson is killing it. He's killing it in life. He's just straight with it. You know, he can't dance, but he's out there dancing.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know what? I saw. I mean, it was a contempo. He
with his wife.
Yeah, with his wife. No. Some guy. Some guy asked him, "Hey, do you play Fortnite?" And the guy, he
just said it. He goes to his girl.
Yeah.
He said it to his girl. He said, "Do you play Fortnite?" And she goes, "No." She looks at him, "No," and then he goes, "There's something about foreplay."
He says, but I foreplay at night. In a language he doesn't really know well.
Yeah.
He comes all smooth like that. I'm sitting there like, I was just like, oh.
And his girl's like, "Stop it, stop it."
I was just laughing so hard when I saw that.
When he did he was like, "I the freak in the sheets too." I the Greek freak in the sheets.
Oh man,
he was killing me.
Oh no, man.
They're the best. NBA players are hilarious.
Yeah, they have to be.
And you are going to your number 2, which is an NBA player.
Yeah, Ray Allen. Ray Allen.
I think Ray Allen is one of the most underrated Hall of Famers of all time.
Yeah.
Because when he played with the Bucks, Sam Cassell and Big Dog, as a rookie, he was still the best player on that team.
Yeah.
Ray Allen's good. It's unfortunate that he retired early. I feel like he still had
40 years old, man.
That's old, man.
He could still shoot. That's all they asked him
when
to
you
do.
run 5 miles a day, you can. I mean, he would run. His routine was 5 miles a day and then 5 miles after practice. So the man was running almost 10 miles a day and then doing his whole. That's why he was in the shape he was in.
Yeah.
I would love to see him as a commentator.
Oh yeah.
I think he would be a gem on television.
I feel like he had some more to get to the game when he left.
Yeah.
But he would be a great shooting coach.
Oh yeah.
He can still get to the game.
Markelle Fultz.
Fultz, Ben Simmons.
Right.
He can help Philly.
Simmons doesn't need a shot. Simmons doesn't need a shot. He can do everything else.
He eventually will.
Yeah, he eventually will, but right now...
If you want to be great,
yeah.
LeBron had holes in his game, and every year he went and worked on something. He fixed it. Magic Johnson had holes in his game. Larry Bird had holes in his game. They recognized...
Well, Simmons has the drive. Like, he wants to be good, right? But
I don't believe it. He reminds me of A-Rod.
He's just so cocky.
He just reminds me of A-Rod.
Like, man, he's just like...
I do not see him succeeding, and I hope I'm wrong, because I don't like to wish ill on anyone.
Yeah. Except Markelle Fultz.
I'll tell you what, though, he got some handles.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I think Simmons will be, we'll be talking about him, 5-6 years from now as the top 3-4 player in the league.
Let me ask you this: if you're a coach and you see a player put up a triple-double, but they have a broken shot, do you play that player?
Absolutely.
So why didn't they play Markelle Fultz?
Because Markelle injures your own guy. He's not going to give you a triple-double. The thing is, they don't need him. They've gotten so far in the year without him.
He's friendly fire.
Yeah, he is a friendly fire.
What about... I just really feel like his coach is making this worse than it needs to be.
I mean...
Calling him a 7-year-old and like...
That's how... If I had a 7-year-old, this is how we're coaching him. That's what he said. That's what he said to the press, right?
He couldn't have even said a teenager. Like, if I have a teenager and I'm working on him...
7-year-old.
He said my child.
Yeah.
So my 7-year-old child.
It's that bad.
Who may still wet the bed from time to time. This is how I don't believe in this coach at this point. Like,
I think they've given up. I think they've given up on him.
How can you give up on someone that got a triple-double in the league?
No.
His first, in the last 14 games, he had a triple-double game when they were running out the reserves with T.J. McConnell and all that.
Well, that's probably the reason why. It's just.
He did it against NBA competition, though.
That's NBA competition, man. Yeah. That's...
No, like I don't believe
I think it's the coach, man.
And Fultz.
I think it's the coach.
I think
they're
over it.
There's a lot of players that shouldn't have got PT this year over Fultz. Just think about it for a minute. Think about it. If they would have played him all year, could he have turned into something? Would he have got comfortable in his game? Would he have gelled with the team?
You know, this offseason, they can work him in.
And I know you hate him. I'm just saying.
Because he's cocky.
Take away his name, Markelle Fultz. He got a triple-double.
Do I like him as a player? No.
Okay.
There's no convincing him.
Unless
there's no changing his mind now, man.
There's not. I mean, this is a small sample size. We'll go next year. You know, this will be always an ongoing topic.
While we're still on the NBA.
He's in my doghouse.
Who's your number one, Sam, game changer?
Man, Steph Curry, man. He can knock like a shot and just bring so much energy. And then everybody knocking down shots too once he, you know what I'm saying, gets going.
And he can suck the air out of a room on the road.
Yeah.
And he can shoot it
anywhere. Man,
anywhere.
It's ridiculous.
You guys remember the OKC game? It was like to take it to overtime. He shot it, 2 steps after half court? And
what was more impressive to me was this playoffs, second round. I forget who he was going up against, but he does this like it was game 2. It was actually game 2 against Houston, so third round. When he does that step back from like 4 feet behind the 3-point line with the shot clock going down, and just turns around and flicks it.
Oh yeah. I remember the shot you're talking about.
God,
yeah.
You're like you just like the other team. What do you
do?
What do you do? You can't.
You just pray that
you
he
almost
misses.
have to go in the game as a coach and say, listen, Curry's gonna hit something that's gonna make you feel like you suck as a basketball player.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit a shot that makes you feel like nothing could ever go wrong for him. You have to power through. You have to ignore those shots.
The thing is, like, you know, for a lot of people, they're just jacking up a shot, right? But for Curry, it's not jacking up a shot.
It has a legit shot of going in.
He's practiced that shot at one point.
He does practice it. He has drills where they'll roll him the ball on the floor and he just picks it up and shoots it. He actually does practice the shots, like you said. Mr. Andy, who's your number one game changer who is no longer in the game?
MJ.
Woo. He went with the cop out. I thought you had somebody else.
Is he really a game changer, or is he just so dominant?
Well, he's so dominant, so you have to change your whole game.
Yeah, okay,
right?
Okay,
you gotta put 2 on him.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So he doesn't change the current game. He changed the game as a league.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah,
it's a whole
people built teams. Teams.
Okay,
to beat
I can see that.
MJ. It's kind of like what they're doing right now with KD and the Warriors. People are building rosters to go against the Warriors dynasty. Right? It's not, we're just going to get the best player. No. How are we going to beat Golden State? That's what it's about. How are we going to beat Golden State? I mean, this offseason probably a little bit different because there's going to be a lot of moving pieces.
On that note, question. Is it better to build your team to beat Golden State, or should you be building a team for longevity that can compete with anybody? Should you be making just the best team you can make? Should that be your goal, or should Golden State be your goal? Because NBA dynasties break up after 3 to 5 years.
I think you have to shoot for that top dog.
Well, the thing is, I mean, personally, I think if you're like a Houston, you're a Boston, or whatever team LeBron's on, you know what I mean? You have to be trying to be a Golden State killer.
So if you're in the top,
if
you're in the upper echelon of the NBA, your goal should be to chase the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
And if you're below that,
you just make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Just try to improve and improve. Yeah.
I mean, look at Houston. Houston built a roster to kind of pretty much outshoot Golden State.
And I'll beat them up.
Yeah.
To be stronger.
And Portland did the same thing, right? But with that strategy, they got swept by the Pelicans because the Pelicans are completely different, game speed, different game plan.
Fastest team in the league, actually.
Yeah.
They were the fastest paced team in the league.
I feel like you should take out the top dog. I mean, that's what you're shooting for. I mean, baseball teams do that all the time. Like what Red Sox, Yankees rivalry, right? Who am I going to add?
Which is heating up.
The thing is, back then you had fewer legs in the playoffs. You just back in the days, you just had the division winners or just one. Now you got 2 wild card. I mean, 2. It's
so funny.
It's just,
I hate those. Win and go home. I hate those wild cards.
Yeah, I'm old school.
like it.
I'm old school. I liked it when baseball, because it was special when you made the playoffs.
Yeah.
You were just 1 series away from getting
now
to the
people
World
should shoot
Series.
for that second wild card
Yeah,
because anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. The thing is, I hate it because during that, you know, the teams that have that one game, right? You're using your best pitcher, right? And then for the series, you can only get him one time, right? Yeah. So I don't like that, and you don't get him, you know, game.
Pitchers nowadays are rested way too much, anyways. Go look at Cy Young.
Debatable.
Go look at Cy Young, man.
That's a different.
I mean, hey, it's a different era.
It doesn't matter. I
Tommy
mean,
John.
Cy Young is quite possibly the best pitcher ever. Though, even in this era, he would probably be the best pitcher. If you go look at his stats, the way he was throwing 90-mile-per-hour fastballs, he would have lasted in any era. Cy Young pitched till he was like 40 years old. I mean, like, this guy was amazing. This guy was amazing.
His numbers are ridiculous. I know.
This guy was amazing. And I forget who's the one that
Christy Mathewson, Walter Johnson.
No.
You know what I'm saying? All these old guys.
He played in the black league. He played in the all black league, and then he came over at like 40 years old as a rookie.
Satchel Paige.
Satchel Paige. He threw 95-mile-per-hour heaters, 100-mile-per-hour heaters.
At 40.
Yeah,
Woo.
Satchel Paige was the rookie of the year he came in.
And when he was 40, that's like Ichiro coming over.
No.
But just think, like, if Satchel Paige would have been in the league in his youth and what he would have did, he could
All the numbers.
Yeah, Satchel Paige would have been right there with Cy Young. So why can't healthier, better trained athletes perform to that same level? Cy Young would pitch consecutive days.
Well, because the new school is throw it as fast as you can, as hard as you can. You know, before.
Do you think that's changed?
Well,
batting has changed batting. You know what I'm saying?
Because
the ability of people who bat. The game
because, like,
totally
you know,
changed.
before, you know, kind of like, you know, like I think this article came out earlier this year. You used to have one guy in your rotation that can throw 95 plus. Mm-hmm. Now you have 3 to 4 guys in your rotation that throw 97 plus at any given moment, and then your bullpen are all 97 plus on the back end, right? That's what it's gone into. And then, you know, before it used to be all about small ball, right? Mm-hmm. That era has changed. Now it's strikeouts are acceptable as long as you give me 40 dingers, right? There's no more hit and run. Nobody plays that small stuff anymore. You know, like sacrifices.
Philly does. Philly.
Yeah.
Houston kind of plays it.
But it's not like it's just not what the whole league
does. I mean,
does.
if you talk about, you know, probably besides, you know, Mookie, because I think he does it all. But you talk about all the teams that are around, right? Like, I mean, look at New York, right? It's all about the bombers. All of them can bomb it away, right?
Oh yeah.
Sanchez, Judge.
Still got to hit the ball though, because the Mets also got a gang of bombers. They got what? Cespedes,
they can't stay healthy.
But nobody can stay healthy there.
I think it's because you're walking into that stadium. If Cespedes had a Yankee, that stadium is just bad luck.
I mean, look at the Rangers. Like
all bombers. Joey Gallo.
Yeah, Odor, right? Mazzara.
So then Barry Bonds should have been your number one.
Barry Bonds.
See, this
dude had like a whole man. Like every time he walks up, it made me laugh. It's like boom, like he's already got big biceps. Boom, this big black armor. Boom, get hit, doesn't even budge him, and then he takes like 2 minutes to take everything off, all the Velcro on it.
Yeah, he looks like an action figure. You kind of change arms. You know what I mean?
He's like the Terminator. This is the machine dog.
That's what it looked like.
He got me in Choon's arms.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm on that andro gel. It's undetectable.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, we'll just move right into the NBA.
NBA.
Let's talk about the draft.
What's the draft here,
Let's talk about the draft. Let's talk about...
Hablamos del draft.
Let's go biggest surprise. Who do you think was the biggest surprise?
Trae Young.
Yeah.
Trae Young.
I think Trae Young going so high at 5, and also Porter
basically 3
Jr.
though, right?
Yeah, Porter Jr. going at 14. Nuggets got a steal there.
I don't know if he can stay healthy. I think he's
gonna
be the next LaFonso Ellis. Or something.
I do have something to say about health because we talk about it a lot.
Yep.
I don't bet on players getting hurt. Like, I won't bet that Chris Paul will get hurt in the playoffs again next year.
Yeah, I don't bet on it.
Like, I won't bet. So, for me to say a rookie, can he stay healthy? You know, a hip injury and a leg injury isn't uncommon for a basketball player. Mm-hmm. You know, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, especially if he's a generational talent. So Denver did get the steal. I agree with Andy. Like, you could do that walking down the steps.
Yeah, but some people are just more prone to it. You know what I mean?
I don't like the thing is, I think this guy's probably had a clean rap sheet, you know, prior to that.
Yeah.
It was probably one of those like freak things, you know. But again, I think Michael Porter Jr. will, you know, do something in this league. And the reason I say that is because also the NBA has transitioned into a different era, right? Mm-hmm. Back then, it was all about the big man, right? So the last big man that we can think of that dominated, right? Shaq. Right? Dominated for like years.
Duncan. I'll give you
Duncan, man.
Yeah, Duncan too. So,
I'll say well, because Duncan stayed in. I'll say Duncan.
Shaq and Duncan probably about the same era, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, Duncan's a little after, but
you know, but
he's the transition though.
If we're splitting hairs,
like you know when you do a transition on a video and it fades out, Tim Duncan's the fade out.
Yeah, he's the fade out. And then now it's about the guard play and the small forward in particular, right?
That can do it all.
Those are the guys that are now, champs. I mean, like, let's just go back, right? So we got Russell was MVP, Harden was MVP, KD was MVP, LeBron was MVP, Curry was MVP, right? Mm-hmm. All of those are, besides KD and Durant, they were, I think technically they're positioned small forward, right? Small forward, even LeBron, right? The rest of them were guards.
His twin brother.
Right? When was the last time, like, a big man dominated besides, like, I think Embiid could be that
Dwight
next
Howard
guy.
in Orlando.
Dwight Howard, when he was in Orlando, he
You're
was
asking,
pretty
so I'm
dominant.
just thinking.
Yeah. No, like, he was, but the thing is, like,
he went to
I'm talking about, like,
finals.
Yeah, like, for a long time.
Yeah,
he did it when he was in Orlando, and after that, I think it just turned into a circus for him, where it's all
He
about
was there for
me,
a while.
me.
I mean, for a good couple years.
He never should have took the Lakers trade because he was the man in Orlando.
Yeah.
That pressure was good for him.
Yeah, but hey, he's on his fourth team in 4 years. Lakers, Houston, Orlando, Lakers,
he got
Houston,
cut.
Charlotte,
buyout.
and Nets.
They're
trying to get to a
They
buyout.
no, they did.
They just cut him?
Buyout's done.
Buyout's done? Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Dwight Howard to Dallas.
You guys could use him. He could help those young
For
guys
1 year?
learn how to. Yeah, you guys could use him.
Especially if we can't sign a big man this year.
I wouldn't mind him in Boston either. I think he'd be a good fit. He doesn't need the ball.
Yeah.
He'd be a really good
He's
fit.
a big body.
Well,
Imagine if we
here's
would
the
have had him
problem-
against
Here's the
Cleveland.
problem with Dwight, though. Everybody hates him. Everybody on his team hates him. Like, you saw
Because
reports
he
that
likes to
came
have
out.
a good time.
Yeah, and sometimes, people
He
do
does.
hate on that.
He's always smiling.
He's
you know
J.R.
what I'm saying?
Smith, man.
Yeah, he's like,
He's J.R. Smith. He's a smarter J.R. Smith.
He's a smarter J.R. Smith. I can agree to that.
I think he's more valuable than people give him credit for. And like you said, because the game has changed, like next year in free agency, Klay Thompson will probably be the most sought after player.
Oh, absolutely.
According to what you're saying.
Absolutely.
But
because he's a guard forward.
But will some team try to make him like the guy? Is he ready to be the guy?
The thing is, I think Thompson
I don't know.
doesn't necessarily care to be that guy. I think he's completely content being the third option.
He was the second option. He's the third option.
Yeah,
he's not even a third option. He's going to be the first option on any night.
Yeah, he
because
could
of
be
their
a first
rotation.
option on any other team.
But he's gonna be the first option.
My thing
on a lot of
is
teams.
with Klay is basically it went Reggie Miller, greatest shooter you've ever seen. Then it became Ray Allen, greatest shooter you've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Now Klay Allen's trying to follow that because he will be the one.
Curry may retire at 32, 33 because he's small, he's diminutive, he may not be able to get around the same way.
He's got ankle issues.
Klay will be the one that can, because of his game, his quick shoot, his catch and shoot, he can be here till 40. He can have the longest career out of all of them.
He could. aging well as a player, right? So he could be that Brady in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
He could play
because he
into his
doesn't.
40s.
He's not battling underneath the board.
Yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean?
he's running. He's
Exactly.
running.
He's just running around.
He
Screen,
keeps
right?
away from injury.
Yeah.
And if he is injured, he'll take the time off. He took 2 months off for a finger. I mean, he's not somebody. He's very. What's great about him is the way he carries himself through the league. You see him. He never gets in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
He knows he came from a little bit of money. You know what I mean? He knows how to act.
Yeah.
I think he will be the one that outlasts them all, like LeBron, KD. It's gonna be. That's my call.
Mm-hmm.
Come back.
I mean, I can see that. I mean, when you compare, like everybody else is, banging down the middle. Even if you're a forward, like if you go down the middle, you're gonna get hit.
And I think he'll
he's paying
leave.
the price.
I think he'll leave. He seems like he likes that adventure.
You think he'll leave?
I think he'll leave because
Dallas Mavericks,
once you've done it all,
2019?
Yeah,
you want to see if you want to continue to grow. If
A
you
new
have-
challenge,
I don't
challenge.
know him from a home run. But if you are a competitor like you say you are, you're gonna want a new challenge, and you need to create something new for yourself. So staying in Golden State probably won't do that.
So you're saying like he'll be complacent if he stays there?
Yeah, and that's okay. If he wants to keep, if they keep that core together and they keep winning, there's nothing wrong with that. At a certain point, though, you do maybe you do want to branch out. And that's just human nature, We want to be distracted. We want to be curious.
It's like eating the same food all the time. It's good, man, but sometimes you gotta change it up.
Sometimes you just want to go get some tacos.
I love the lemongrass beef at Saigon Local, but sometimes I just want the firecracker shrimp from Saigon Local. And I'm always at Saigon Local, but I get to mix it up while I'm there.
Yeah. I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Saigon Local at City Park. Make sure
Make sure you go there.
Plug.
Yeah.
So in the draft, did Phoenix make a mistake? Should they have moved that trade like we talked about, or are you content with what they did to back Booker up and have somebody big down low?
I think they probably could have moved that. Because I think they did it kind of part of why the Lakers drafted Ball, right? Hometown kid wants to stay at home, and that's kind of what Ayton is, right?
I do want to talk about that family today.
Ayton, from Phoenix, went to Arizona. Get drafted. Like it's such a wonderful story. Is he like? I don't watch his game much, but honestly, I don't think he was that best player in that draft. They could have moved down, got some value for somebody who probably wanted. Who went number 2? Bagley. Somebody who really wanted Bagley to jump Sacramento, and then you could probably still get Ayton at 4, 5, 6.
They would have took him at 3, but they would have took him at 3. But Dallas wanted Luka bad. They wanted that they wanted to go right back to the well, get that European player at 6'8".
Hopefully he plays another 20 years.
They wanted to do the whole Dirk experiment again.
Here's the thing is so with Luka, right? So I saw his tape, right? Some of his tape looks great, but I think the part that's really gonna hurt him is that he's been playing against grown men since he was 15. That's the biggest argument that everybody combats, right? But the thing is, in this league, you have to be athletic, right? All the new guys are athletic. Yes, Dirk got drafted. He wasn't athletic, but that was still a different era.
He's a 7-footer.
Right? He's 7-footer.
Yeah.
He had a shot. I don't think Luka has that same shot, right? His handles are okay. I always see his crossover that he uses. It's Harden-like, okay? Not compared to the Harden crossover, that step back, but it's Harden-like. But that's really the only move
he's
got.
6'8", and he's only 18.
Yeah.
18.
I don't know.
Got to give him a little bit of credit.
I'm not that high on him. Like I think it's gonna be a weird lineup that they're gonna put out because I think they're probably gonna switch him to.
Shoot, I feel like these guys are just getting old and they're like crapping on young kids. Like, right? Don't you feel? Did you see something?
No.
It's like he's a rookie. He's bum.
No, I didn't say he's a bum, but
There's
I just felt like
guys that I can think of that are that tall
sorry.
as a point guard. That's Magic and Penny. You know what I'm saying? Those are the only two
Well,
guys that are tall point guards.
He can't really finish at the rim.
Yeah, Ben Simmons too. Yeah.
So on the tape when you watch him, he can't really finish at the rim. He's not a great defender, right? And he always tries to overcreate, and he doesn't because he doesn't have that.
He's 18 and he's playing in the Spanish league.
Yeah, for Real Madrid.
So you got to think like in the NBA, especially a team like Dallas is very system based, and that coach will be on him.
Look at the Rondo experiment.
Rick Carlisle?
Yeah. Call that play. No.
Ever since he shaved his head, he looks like a straight
Jim Carrey.
Maniac.
No, he looks like Jim Carrey.
Drill sergeant.
He kind of does look like Jim Carrey. He does look like a drill sergeant. I like that. That's a good analogy. Mm-hmm. So he has a tough coach, and he probably likes to get coached tough because he's a European player. They don't mind it so much.
Yeah.
Because they're a little more old school. So he's going to come in with a good mentality. He's coming to a good location. He's coming to a good area for someone that's from another country. Dallas is good in terms of, food.
Mavericks are a good franchise.
They're a good organization for her rookie.
But I don't know. We'll see. I mean,
have more control because
I love for him to prove me wrong, but
they can get him a translator and they can get him somebody to watch him all the time and keep him out of trouble. You know what I mean?
I don't think he's gonna give him that much trouble. I think he's a pretty grounded.
You always get somebody for a foreign player. You're always gonna get somebody that's gonna be driving them around and showing them around town. That's all gonna be included in that package.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna have Luka driving around Dallas.
He doesn't even know how to drive. He's probably been driven around his whole life. But no.
I mean, highways in Spain are no joke. I'm sure he knows how to drive.
I don't know. Like I would love to be proved wrong here, but I just felt like
So who would you have wanted?
Man, I told you.
Man, he likes to have things both ways. He wants 2 or 3 guys.
We could have traded back. Well, not so. Look at it this way, all right? We also gave up next year's first rounder, right? Mm-hmm. Luka is not the game changer that's going to put us over the top. We're still missing pieces, right? Yeah. Yes, we still have a whole offseason to kind of see what's going on.
So if you get Marcus Smart, like you say you're going to get.
And you know what?
And you get LeBron James, like you say you're going to get.
I take that back. Like, I like the cheaper alternative.
Okay.
Lance Stevenson.
You're going to go with Lance?
Lance is going to be a lot cheaper. I could probably get Lance for $4 or $5 mil.
You can buy a...
Marcus Smart would be like 15, 20 mil.
You can buy a Nissan Altima for 15, 16,000 used. Or you can buy a used Mercedes-Benz, probably same year for
I'm not saying they're the same. I'm not going to say they're the same player. All right? I'm not saying that at all.
Okay.
Marcus Smart is definitely ahead. However, right? OSU just took the lead.
Do you want the young Ferrari, or do you want the young Benz or the old Ultimate?
But the thing is, Lance in a way can probably put up more points any given night. He still has in that intensity, right? The thing is, Mavs need that tough guy. Like, I feel like every team should need that tough guy. Marcus Smart is a tough guy, right? Lance Stephenson is that tough guy.
He doesn't know the limit, though. He doesn't know the line. He doesn't know when to stop.
That's fine.
Marcus Smart?
Lance Stephenson.
Lance Stephenson.
Okay.
You know, and that's fine because
Marcus Smart was getting was shoving a fan when he was at
Yeah.
Oklahoma State, man.
OSU, right? but no, like it's
he's
Part
learned
of being a
now,
kid,
huh?
right?
Yeah,
Part of
he's-
being a kid.
Well, I mean, he also just punched the wall and also broke his hand being out, right? So has he
LeBron
really
did
learned?
too.
Nah.
Well, but LeBron's LeBron. You let him get away with that because he's the king. And you know
We
what?
see
He
we
still
can't do that.
played. He still played.
Slippery
Marcus
slope.
had to
I'm
be
gonna call
out.
you slippery slope. Andy.
No, Marcus had to be out. Marcus had to be out. But anyways, that would be a cheaper alternative. But again, we're not Luka away from being a contender, being the playoffs. We're still missing pieces. And for you to give up next year's first round, what if you end up being in the lottery next year again?
I think Dallas is gonna go into free agency pretty hard.
Well, we always go into free agency hard. We never get anybody.
Well, Dallas sucks.
That's facts. Fact. Let them know.
Is there anyone else that you feel should have made a move in that draft? Cleveland.
Man, they,
I don't like that Colin Sexton move.
He's a baller, man.
yeah.
Like he is, but I feel like
He's baby Kyrie.
no.
I don't know. I mean,
I felt like
I'm not a
Michael
good
Porter Jr.
evaluator of pro talent. You know what I mean?
I know, they need to hire me, don't they?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
NBA teams. I got my resume out on LinkedIn.
You know?
It doesn't say anything about that, but I can learn.
Yeah, man. I play NBA 2K. I know how to make it all work.
I will tell you this.
and work under the salary.
I
cap.
know. There's 12 to 14 teams in the league right now that I could step in and be a better GM. Minnesota, Milwaukee.
Oh, Milwaukee's terrible.
Oh, all the M's.
Detroit.
Memphis. Like all the M's.
All the M's.
All the
All
M's.
the M's.
All the M's. Just give me a shot. Give me GM for a week, and you will fire your GM.
Yeah.
All right, so we went through that. Now we had the NBA awards, and they were kind of butt cheeks. So, do you think the awards would be more important if they were during the season, like maybe right after the season ended?
No.
You think it's good where it's at?
Yeah, I think it's good.
It has no relevance now. Season's
It's
over.
like everybody's forgotten and everything.
Yeah.
Nah, I think it's right where it's at. I mean, like the last thing you want to do is people concentrate on, oh man, we're gonna win Rookie of the Year with my speech. When like a lot of times these MVPs are playoff teams.
Yeah.
Bro, Harden didn't even have a speech.
Well, because
He didn't. He had
didn't
time.
think he was gonna win it.
He didn't have a speech.
And you know what? Somebody else should have won it.
Yeah.
Ask me who.
You can say LeBron, but I'm gonna say no. But go ahead. Who's you got?
Hey, man,
LeBron, man.
LeBron, right? You agree, right?
So
Sam and I do not agree a lot, and we agree on this. You know what? Article came out today. The guy that didn't want to play with him, Kyrie Irving, said, you know what? Harden was the people's MVP, kind of like The Rock, the people's champ.
Yeah.
Right? LeBron is the NBA MVP.
Yeah, Rich Hart. I mean,
Give me 3 reasons why LeBron should be the MVP.
He carried his team,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, he had better numbers straight down all the important.
except
Really?
points per
Dude,
game.
could you have a second to put up? Can you pull up that? Can you pull up James Harden's stats for the 2018 and?
No,
LeBron
I
James
think
stats?
Sam. I think Harden had better points per game for sure because he's the
Yeah.
he's the
But like field goal
scoring champ.
percentage,
Um,
assists.
but
He's a
I
fine
want to say Harden had more assists.
Okay.
I want to say Harden had more assists. But the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
is, like, you can't just look at numbers.
Okay, so that was my point on that.
Like, you can't
Go
just
ahead.
look at numbers.
No, but he leads
So
his
that's
team.
one reason.
He leads his team.
So
he
that's-
is the leader.
If Westbrook
Yeah.
was MVP 2 years ago because was it 2 years? No, last year. If Westbrook was
2 years,
MVP
yeah.
because he carried his team on a losing team that sucked because he was the most important guy, right? How come LeBron didn't get that
Was
same?
he the MVP because of that, or because he did something that hadn't been done in 50 years in the NBA?
I mean, it's just a numbers game. This dude steals rebounds, so no.
Was he the most impressive player that season? I believe Russell Westbrook was the most impressive player that season. And I believe James Harden was the second most impressive person, and LeBron was a close third. But remember, he rested a lot that season.
Rested.
About 12 games.
That's all right.
Behind you, dude.
Okay, so we're talking stats here.
Yeah.
What we got?
I want to see a comparison.
This is
This
Harden.
is
He
Harden.
played 72, so he played 10 less games than LeBron. LeBron, so he had 30.4.
I think LeBron was around
LeBron's
like 27,
26.
29.
Yeah.
somewhere
27,
around there.
that was.
Field goals, maybe we don't care about that. But he's got 20 shots a game, where LeBron's probably doing 12 to 14.
Yeah.
More efficient.
Yeah, he's definitely more efficient.
Well, he has to be a volume shooter because that's his position on this team. Field goals, 45%. I think LeBron's like 52.
Oh yeah, he's well over 50. Yeah.
Well, it's closer to the
3-pointers made almost 4 a game. LeBron's probably at 2. He's attempting 10. So if he just brought his shots in to the lane, how much more would his efficiency? He probably averaged 35.
But he wants that extra point. It's a.
When he could have got 35 a game, taking it to the rack. He could have.
Well, Harden gets a lot of it from the free throw as well.
Yep.
So rebounds are 5.4, assists 8.8.
Yeah.
Steals 1.8. And they say he didn't play defense. You get 2 steals a game. That's tops in the league.
Yeah.
Paul George was tops in the league at like 2.1. So he's right up there. So
Yeah.
he's been this consistent since the day he stepped on the Houston. He's never averaged less than 25 points a game.
Yeah. See, the thing is, he missed 10 games and he still had the best record in the league. That's how valuable he is to the Rockets.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You can't fault him for having a good team because you didn't fault LeBron for having a good team with Dwayne Wade and everybody else.
Yeah, no, I'm not faulting, but that's why I'm saying LeBron is more important to his team.
Chris Paul though missed 25 or something games. Who had to carry that weight?
Him, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So if you're saying who's more important to their team, they're both equally important to their team. Without Harden, so Harden, those 10 games, I'd love to see what their win-loss record was because that would really set my argument up.
Hey,
You know what?
Just look at LeBron's team without LeBron.
Yeah.
Look at their win-loss. I'm sure.
Yeah, see, that's
if
why,
you go through a percentage, it will be much lower.
Look,
you can just look at
you
Kyrie's
can say
numbers.
LeBron's the MVP every single year.
That's why he's that. That's
James Harden
what,
has also
makes
been
him
as
great.
consistent as LeBron has in that same stretch.
Nah.
So are you never going to give it to Harden? Are you always going to find a reason to not give it to Harden?
No.
He's been runner-up a few times.
Yeah.
I think you have confirmation bias because the Cleveland Cavaliers were not the team during the regular season that they were in the playoffs, and LeBron was not the player in the regular season that he was in the playoffs. So I'm going to say it's recency bias because he had 2 50-point games. He had 4 or 5 or 6 triple-doubles. He had 7 30-point games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Harden wasn't performing at that level in the playoffs, but it is a regular season award.
Yeah.
No, it is. No, you know,
is.
like that's fine. But
I
won. I won.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. We'll give you the W.
Yeah, whatever. Sure,
I won.
sure.
Yeah, but
If it was an MVP of the playoffs,
it was
LeBron
KD.
James. Look, KD.
Hey, I said KD.
but hey,
I said
hey, real quick.
KD was gonna win it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, one of our old
Real quick, I
podcasts.
need you guys to listen to this whole part, right?
Okay.
Shout out to OKC, right? They drafted 3 MVP.
Oh, yeah.
KD, Westbrook, Harden, and then also shame on OKC because the only one they could keep is Russell, which is the one that nobody wants to play with.
They traded James Harden over $4 million in luxury tax.
Yeah, it was over $4 million.
He would have made that in jersey sales for you.
Yeah. But I don't like. What the thing is like.
They could have played.
Nobody wants to play in OKC. I mean, like Ibaka didn't want to resign.
I think Harden was okay.
Harden would have been okay because it was really over the $4 million.
Yeah.
And you know what? You lose $4 million, and I think like at the time they're like, oh man, they got it was a good balanced trade. They got all these draft picks, but look at it now. Like, who do you have after Harden? Like, who can you remember?
Yeah.
I don't remember any. What, Reggie Jackson?
It's tough for
Steven
small
Adams.
market teams.
Steven Adams?
That's
Come
it.
on, guys.
It's the only good draft
Small
pick.
market teams just have, especially particularly the NBA, small market teams just have a hard time drawing players.
I don't know if it's drawing players or managing that cap. Like, he's a businessman first. It's okay.
They said he's running this like a business and not doing what's right. I mean, come on, what's $4 million in luxury tax this guy? I mean, look at the good teams have to keep their core together. Look at Golden State. That's how you win championships. Owners have to shut out money. You can't think of owning an NBA team to make money.
And maybe if Harden's there,
Thing is, it's like
KD stays.
the revenue. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
like a team like Golden State, the Lakers. I mean, they can afford to pay these luxury tax. They don't even blink. You know
What
what I'm
if they
saying?
would have
Because
kept Harden and KD and traded Westbrook?
yeah, you can get to all
Dude,
kinds of
that
action.
scenario.
You do that,
But
but
small
KD
markets-
might have stayed.
Westbrook could be in LA right now.
I'm saying small market teams. It's more of the luxury tax thing is more of a squeeze on them.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
The small market teams, they don't like to go over the luxury tax because they like to get that revenue share at the end of the year.
Yeah,
but
that's
$4
it,
million for a transcending player.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
and the thing is, you know what? I remember
at the
that
time
year.
though. You know what I'm saying?
It was a poor choice.
You
even
could,
then.
it's a poor choice now, but at the
No,
time,
even
I think
then-
even at the time
Even
it made more choice.
Even
Yeah,
at
I
the
know,
time,
yeah, but I'm just
because
saying.
he was the only player in the league
off the bench scoring 20 points a game.
I mean, you knew what he brought.
Yeah.
He didn't change his game much. Whenever, like, the first few games in Houston, didn't he put up, like, 40?
Yo, he
right?
was, yo.
Like, he was just beasting it.
He's a beast.
Yeah, I get all
James
that.
Harden
but
is
saying,
a top
man.
5 player in this league. He's a top 5 player in the world.
OKC,
It's a
shame on
squeeze
y'all.
Yeah, it's a squeeze on them.
I know a lot of people who are, our fan base, probably OKC fan, Thunder fans. Sorry, but they messed up.
What up, Tyler?
They messed up. But,
So
we'll run through.
Well, now it's just basically the wrap up, man.
Yeah, man.
It's the wrap up, homie.
it's the wrap up. You want to say hi to your mom? Say hi to your dad?
Oh, he's probably not on right now.
I'm just kidding.
He was on.
No.
He was on earlier.
He was on earlier.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I saw, and then I just saw kanji come up, and I'm like, I don't know what that
Is that called
is.
kanji?
I can't read that. I can't read that stuff. I was gonna say it's gonna be my next tattoo, and it probably says hi, Andy.
I remember back in the days.
I want tats and
the
kanji.
hats,
Yeah.
the hats with the Chinese lettering.
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
about 20 years ago, the new eras.
That's hilarious. Nah, so we kind of covered everything on the season. Arkansas is losing right now.
No, 2-1.
Down 2-1. Hey, you know what? We were down 1-0. This is the same thing. Same scenario. Wait till the 5th inning.
Wait,
Yeah.
the fifth? Are we in the fifth now? I think we're in the fifth now.
No, we're like 3rd.
Fourth? Is that
Fourth?
fourth or fifth?
Fifth. Yeah.
Oh, we're in 5th already?
Yeah.
Hey, this is it right here.
It's the bottom.
Yeah.
So we move. So who's up?
We're home team. That's good. We get last at bat. I like that.
And so how many? I'm not familiar with College World Series. How many games? Is it best of 3?
Best
Best
of
of
3.
3, yeah.
So you just need this one.
You just need this one.
Oh man, let's go Ark. Let's go.
That's not a forcing game.
You know, hey,
I know,
you know why you guys should be Red Sox fans? Andrew Benintendi,
Yeah.
former
Yeah.
Hog.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah.
But that's like saying
There's a
we should
bunch
be
of Hogs
we
on the
should-
Patriots too.
That's like saying we should be.
Y'all should be Patriots and Red
Houston
Sox
fans
fans.
because of Dallas Keuchel. You know.
Yeah.
Man.
He's stinking it up.
I'm a fan of his beard.
Yeah.
Right.
He
I
probably
know, right? His beard.
too much time on the beard. Hey, do we have enough time to talk about little Cavs, or we way past
Oh
time?
yeah. Ooh.
I mean, we ran over. We're just watching the game right now.
Yeah.
But we can transition back to NBA free agency. Bum bum
Yeah, 'cause I
bum.
think it has to be relevant now because for everybody, next week we're not gonna have a podcast because Sam's out.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be in Boston.
Boston.
So
Place.
are we having a podcast next week? Let the viewers know.
Well, it's just the 4th of July next Wednesday.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if we can swing a Sunday one.
Okay.
And we catch up on the week. We knock some World Cup stuff out, and then everybody goes on vacation. But I think we need to give the people what they want, and they love to hear y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's cover Cavs real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. I mean, this is
Jimmy John's.
shout out to Jimmy John's. bro.
What's the commercial?
Yeah.
That was fast?
That was fast.
That was freaky fast.
That was freaky fast.
No, that's
Hey, you gotta come say what's up, man.
Oh yeah, you want to say what's up?
Yeah, you made the tip, man. You gotta say what's up.
Yeah,
you gotta wave to the
no,
camera.
no.
Just get in between there. Say what's up.
Yeah, say what's up.
Jimmy John's Dixon Street. Yeah.
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 Bringing our food in the middle of the live stream.
Delay.
Yeah, that's gonna be delay. Yeah.
You'll be good,
You see
man.
yourself when you leave.
Yeah, but before you leave, you got to do the TATS pull-up challenge.
All right. Wait, are we doing that? Wait.
Yeah, hold on, we'll get the camera out.
We gotta split it around. Hey, do as much
I
as
got
you
you.
can.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got you.
And then Sam has to match you.
No!
Because you told him to do
Okay,
it.
all right, all right.
I know it was delayed. I was gonna
Sam
let him go
has
do
to
it.
match you.
Yeah, we'll just turn it. Yeah, we'll just.
Yeah.
How's that?
Go
Yeah. Gotta get the Omaha's out the way though.
Hey, whatever Jimmy John does, Sam's gonna match it or beat it.
All right, here we go.
Definitely. I'm tapped out, man. I did a workout.
This is the
with Trump today.
spontaneous live stream moments.
All right, test pull challenge.
We're gonna have to up that tip.
Yeah. Order Jimmy John.
Yeah.
All right, what type of pull-ups are we doing?
We'll do it
This
one.
way,
We're doing this
Yeah.
way? Cool.
All right. Oh, we're repping. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Good extension.
5,
Nice.
6. He's pumping. 7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10. Oh, he's making
11,
12, 13,
Sam, you won.
14,
I'm done.
15. We didn't know. He's crossing his
17.
7.
Damn.
Man.
Man, I ain't even gonna get half that, man.
He's CrossFit ready, man.
Oh,
I ain't gonna get half
man.
that, man. I'm pumping.
Dance.
Oh.
You're not about to say freaking fast.
Yeah, what?
1, 2, 3,
Pump those legs.
4, 5, 6, 7,
We gotta see, because if the two of you combined can't beat the Jimmy John's guy, we're gonna have to replace y'all.
Woo! Alright, here we go.
Boom. 2.
Come on, man.
3. Come on. 4. 3 more. Oh, this is a sad day for Tats.
I know, man.
Come on. 5. 2 more.
Hey, I just did my workout
What was your name?
earlier.
What was your name, bro? Hunter, man. Hunter came in and smashed the challenge.
I know.
He smashed it like a chick on Dixon Street.
Hey, I know we're taking your time, but yeah, you want to get a photo with these guys? Right?
Hunter,
This gotta be the most fun visit you've had, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get your number and send you the link so you can check it out later.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm down.
Bring it all in. Bring it all in, fellas.
Oh man.
Bring it all in.
All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom.
I got you, Jim.
Alright.
Nice. Order Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John. Hey, this guy's still plugging Jimmy John.
I know.
He almost
Hey, that's how I make money.
He almost beat the house record.
1,
Almost.
2, 3. Got it.
What's the house record?
18.
Oh, dang.
Next time. We do this every Wednesday.
Now
Every
he
Wednesday.
knows. Now he knows.
Hey,
Every
it's,
Wednesday.
On Facebook, it's just TATS Live.
Yeah.
TATS Live. And then you can watch it
Sure.
back. And,
Oh shit. My bad.
Now, why don't you send me an invite?
I pushed it all the way back.
Yeah, on Facebook?
Yeah. And then I'll send you the link.
Oh man. Yeah, I do have an excuse. I did just do a workout.
Just do any workout.
Yeah.
Workouts.
So what's that? Was that 2 on, 1 out? Hey.
Yeah.
A-R-A-N-J-O.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
drop,
no man's land.
Drop.
Oh,
Yes. Hey, that's 1. Yeah. Tie game. Let's go. Oh.
Oh, you got it.
That was like.
Alright, cool. Alright, man. Enjoy your stuff.
Hey, tie game.
Tie game now.
Tie game?
Tie game.
Did you call it in the 5th?
Huh? Well, I mean, I thought we were gonna take the lead here, but we almost there.
Shoot. This is it. Here we go.
What's the first
Man.
Bam.
Jimmy John.
What's the guy's name?
Hunter.
Hunter.
Hey guys, if y'all see Hunter, make sure you give him a big tip.
He
Yeah.
just friend requested me
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna send him the link so he can watch it back, show it to his friends and stuff.
Yeah.
That's how we roll, son.
Hey, that was very impressive.
That was
Yeah,
man.
17.
Right off the street. Right off the street. Was not prepared.
It's like picking.
I was
That's
like,
actually embarrassing to us. We're here every week. He came out the blue and killed 17.
hey Sam, you should have called him out, man.
Hey, man.
I was like, hey Sam, you got it right.
Next time it happens, you gotta crank out 25.
Yup.
That was crazy.
Hey, I left my headphones over there.
Oh.
They're right here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
And my tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and say what's up again.
Have a good one, Hunter.
You too.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. This is anything can go down on TATScast, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up. So now we're just watching the game, chilling.
Yup. Deuce.
Yeah. So in baseball, is it the same thing for the college as MLB, where it's like non-stop extra innings?
Yeah. There's no such thing as a tie game.
Did they go 8 or 9?
Except for that All-Star game back in like 2002 in
Did
baseball.
they go
you know?
8 or 9?
9.
9? Yes.
9. They go 9. Yeah, everything's the same except for like some little rules.
Yeah.
Just here and there. It's just kind of. It's like the differences doesn't really come into play very often.
Yep. Yeah, because that's like what if it's over 5, right? Over 5, like mercy rule.
Mercy rule, yeah, but that's when you're playing.
Probably don't apply in championship because
No.
anything can happen. Anything can happen.
It's like a non-conference game in February. You know, you're smashing somebody like 30-0 and shit like that.
Oh man, I hate it when they do that. I hate it when they have a conference and they come back and have a conference. They're probably taking them out.
You have to change them, I think.
Yeah, you have to change them now.
If you come for it.
They're probably just getting some time to let the guy warm up.
Yeah, you buying time now.
Oh yeah, hey, this ain't OJ, man. This is champagne with OJ.
Mimosas, bitch.
Hashtag most bitch, the lifestyle.
Yeah, and I drink it out of the big mug.
I'm looking into buying a 360-degree camera just because I like to have them for real.
So, do you want to start another stream? Or
Yeah, we should do this.
All right. Hey, that's
like that.
let's do the outro.
Outro. Oh yeah.
Well, you got 6 viewers right now, so you want to say thanks to everybody for tuning in?
Yeah, thanks to everybody for tuning in. This wraps up podcast 16. But you know what? Like it, share it, subscribe.
Leave comments for
what you want to see. And you know what? Join us in 2 minutes, because then you can see our reaction.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be watching we'll be watching the game, and you know, if we win, you know, we'll be downtown Fayetteville. We'll be in there, yeah. We'll be out. Yeah. I'm ready.
Hey, Sam's ready.
Yeah.
You guys about to see some.
TATS. Two Asians talk sports.